Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio August 24, 2022. The month ahead brings good energy and inspiration for creative efforts and relationships. Emotionally, you are inspired and motivated to express yourself. You pay more attention to personal hobbies or recreation and entertainment. During this self-expressive period, you thrive on others' feedback and good vibes, and you are more openly affectionate and playful. Your urge to create and share is powerful. It's a time for expressing your talents, abilities, and affections more heartfully. If you've been working too hard or overthinking, this is a time for finding ways to let go of stress and to add more playful or creative activities to your life. Making time for recreation is important now, although it may very well come to you naturally. Today, you're able to focus on what you want and pour your heart into its pursuit. The moon, celestial ruler of your committed seventh house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, enters Cancer today, bringing greater emphasis to your secretive 12th house of closure, dreams, and unconscious patterns, which could suggest the possibility of you making the conscious choice to speak up and make a much-needed truce with your past. Are you holding on to resentment? The Sun, ruler of your intimate 8th house of mergers, will also debut in Cancer and your 5th house of love, passion, and pleasure. Something surrounding the foundation of your love language could be brought to the surface at this time. What inspires you? You tend to go for projects and ideas that are 99.9% likely to pay off. Now that the Sun is in Cancer, this season may be just what you need. Cancer season will bring you back to what you enjoy, encouraging you to showcase your skills and talents at work. As you steadily work on your professional passions, you may feel immensely secure. Enjoying what you do is likely just what you need, especially if you have been craving a more relaxed, easygoing pace at work. This is a day rife with errors, especially where money matters are concerned. Don't panic if you get a bank statement with a negative balance, or if your paycheck is several $100s short today. Stay calm, make a few phone calls and all will be sorted out by midday. You are especially intuitive today. Use it to your advantage and you will have a most successful day indeed. Don't expect any comfort from your family right now. The many little annoyances you're confronted with won't make you feel better anyway. Take a positive, laid-back attitude. If you stubbornly stick to your views, conflicts will escalate and your mistakes won't be so quickly forgiven. If you are willing to compromise, everything will be fine. You're feeling a touch sentimental again, and that's perfectly understandable. You want someone to pine for you, you want someone you can be completely absorbed in, and you want to be crushed out like crazy on someone. One way to alleviate the stress you might feel is to approach life in a more playful way and try to brighten up your situation, but don't expect to receive too much credit for your efforts. Instead, whatever you do, you're scrutinized, your motives examined, and you find yourself having to defend all your actions. Today you could enjoy spending time with people who are lively and interesting. You might have some fun sharing a meal with friends who are witty conversationalists. Or you could benefit from spending time with some of your older family members who are great storytellers. Surround yourself with people who are inspiring. You might even learn something as they surprise you with their dynamic energy and creative views on life. Expect to feel more lighthearted on this day. This vibration is sure to bring a cheerful atmosphere to just about every environment. Whatever you have on your schedule, be it work, appointments, shopping, or cleaning house, you're sure to brighten everyone's day with a warm and friendly smile. Be sure to plan for something you really enjoy after you've taken care of business. It's a good day to order out for dinner, or to book a table at a favorite restaurant, if possible. Pluto's retrograde turn in Capricorn today brings you to an important turning point in each year, or at least this has been the case since the planet of change and revolution returned in 2008. Since then, Pluto has spent from April to September in retrograde motion, giving you a chance to review some active months and this time, some active years. For while Pluto has been in Capricorn for 14 years, his departure next year makes this last real deep dive into the past and into understanding where you have been. It is just hours after Mercury leaves your romantic sector that the moon will return today, something that will do more than just preserve the numbers. The moon's only visit while the sun is here will see them come together to create an eclipsing new moon. This is giving these romantically charged lunar vibes a lot more potency, just as Mercury has been working to give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page. Our eyes in the sky. The Cancer moon shares some frustrations in the sky while forming a square with Jupiter today. When it comes to matters of the heart, this energy could throw you for a serious loop. Try to maintain your patience, understanding, and diplomacy should any conflict arise in your love life. Emotions are likely to run high, and Cancer lunar energy is extremely emotional, so things could get ugly quickly. The energy here could amplify issues that might not ordinarily be such a big deal, so try to be mindful of that and keep things in perspective. Unfortunately, the atmosphere doesn't lighten up much as the evening progresses. The moon continues to encounter frustration as it forms a square to Chiron. With all of this going on in the cosmos, you'll want to be on the lookout for manipulative behavior. People might begin to obsess over the ways in which they feel they've been wronged, and you definitely don't want to be in the crossfire when they lash out. If the tension becomes too difficult to manage, you might want to postpone any personal interactions until things cool down. On the plus side, Chiron sends some helpful energy to the moon, so if you're able to keep calm and talk through your issues, you're likely to evolve and strengthen your relationships tonight. Don't let fear stand in the way of letting your sentiments be known. Understanding boundaries with friends is going to be super hard during this new moon, mostly because you're the one who's unable to adhere to the structure and limits in your relationships. The advice is to resist the urge to text too much. Be cognizant of the volume of communication you send over. While we can trust our head to steer us in the correct direction, we should aim to be heart-centered in our approach. The next 2 days are an excellent time for starting things, but not for seeing them through if they require extensive planning or patience. In the morning, the Cancer moon squares Jupiter in Aries, augmenting optimism. Emotional comfort may be sought through the discovery of new spiritual insights or education. Although we derive pleasure in the familiar, under this influence, we are curious about how different cultures live. However, this transit can also facilitate blind spots that leave us vulnerable to taking too much on faith. We can also find ourselves spiritually bypassing dilemmas that require a rational solution. Aim to stay high-minded without being avoidant of life's complex realities. Before noon, the Leo Sun and Vesta, the goddess asteroid of divine inspiration, oppose each other in the sky. We now find ourselves asking, is my passion somehow at odds with the image I'm presenting to the world? Vesta in Aquarius suggests that we be inclusive of the diverse needs of those within our communities. We may be wondering how we can define our personal identity through humanitarian or innovative group efforts. Even though these ideas seem opposed, they are not intrinsically at odds. We must know ourselves, and know ourselves well, before we can stand as an example of an idea for others. The point is not to claim leadership and authority by force, but to be a pillar that inspires those around us to act. This transit SUG celebrated rather than scrutinized, because they have made us the person we are today.